A little side note. I just got done watching the Zone press conference, the final press conference, and I told you Canelo looks really slim. Looks like the Canelo at 154. He looks really slim, and I told you he's thinning out so he can land those punches faster and land combinations. Eddie Reynoso has said Canelo hasn't looked this good in 20 years, which he's exaggerating because Canelo will be 15. But it takes a Terence Crawford to get a Canelo Alvarez motivated. Berlinga couldn't do it. McGeehan couldn't do it. John Ryder couldn't do it. Not even a School or a Triple G could get Canelo this motivated. We're talking about the Triple G, the third fight. Now, then again, Crawford is a smaller fighter, so Canelo trimmed down for speed. Now, let's get to what Keith Thurman is saying. Keith Thurman has revealed his opinion on what the game plan of Terence Crawford is going to be. He also admits, finally, that it's his fault that the unification matches between him and Terence Crawford and Errol Spence did not happen. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Let's listen to Keith Thurman, what he has to say about the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight.
They're doing it for the fans. Canelo didn't want this fight. Canelo was tired of fighting welterweights. He beat up Amir Khan, and, you know, people are like, what are you doing fighting Amir Khan? You know? If Canelo drops Crawford, are you surprised? If Canelo was to land a big punch and stop him, are you really surprised? The eyes are all on Crawford. Like Tupac said, all eyes on me. Favor Canelo because of his experience, but knowing Crawford and his amateur pedigree, and knowing that he can work behind the double jab, he can work behind the triple jab. The thing is, we've never seen him move his body with that extra weight for 12 rounds. Is he going to be able to be agile? Is his defense going to hold up? You know, is his legs going to, what is he going to do with his legs? People think he's just going to run. I think he's going to try to outdo Canelo at Canelo's game, which is lean in, lean out. Lean in, lean out. Be evasive. Be evasive, step in, boom, boom, and capitalize with the quick hands, because Crawford's hands will be faster than Canelo's. So, hey man, let's see. I favor Canelo Alvarez, but my heart is in the corner.
Another thing I want to say about this press conference is Terence Crawford is extremely confident, which is good, because that means it's going to be a really good fight and he's going to try to win the fight. And when you look on the other side of the table, Canelo is just quiet confidence. He just can't wait to get in the ring and show people what he can do, right? Both guys express confidence in a different manner. Canelo is not joking around like he was fighting Berlinga or Munguia. He's not joking around. He knows this fight is serious, and you can see his body transformation that he knows this fight is serious. And I think Canelo's mindset and his trainer's mindset is the same. They're going into this fight knowing they need a knockout to win. Not Amir Khan style, but just a knockout. They cannot let Terence Crawford go 12 rounds with him. I mean, you heard Joel Diaz crying that if Canelo loses, boxing is destroyed. And then you heard Fernando Vargas Jr. talking about, he ain't talking about no decision. He says Canelo has to knock him out for La Raza, knock him out for Mexico. They don't want a decision. Now, when it comes to Keith Thurman's game plan for Terence Crawford, I do agree with the jab. I think a jab is the most important and the most underrated thing in boxing. And Crawford has a 3.5-inch reach. So it'll be wise for him to try to establish the jab. Also, I think body punching. But opponents are scared to go to Canelo's body because they're scared they're going to get countered. This is no time to be scared. Go to his body because definitely he's going to go for your body. But what I don't agree with what Keith Thurman said is that Terence Crawford should mirror with Canelo, what Canelo's doing. That's not going to work for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford has to beat Terence Crawford. And I thought about what Antonio Tarver said. Antonio Tarver says he does not think Bud Crawford could win a decision. And he might be right. Terence Crawford to win a decision, he might have to beat the crap out of Canelo. And people say, well, you're just making excuses. No, look at the fights he lost. Mayweather schooled him, and that was a majority decision for Mayweather. And Bivol schooled him, and he barely won that fight, 115 to 113 on all judges' scorecards. Now, I picked Canelo by late stoppage, so I'm not making the excuses. I'm just saying it's going to be very hard to win a decision against Canelo. You got to dominate him. Knock him down a couple of times to win a decision, because he is the cash cow of boxing. And throughout history, with cash cows of boxing, this is how it goes. But anyway, and let me correct myself. I think earlier in the video I said Canelo cannot win a decision. Yes, he can win a decision, but they don't want a decision. They want a knockout, trust me. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Beezy, I'm gone.